hot and fresh off the press, and this may not be no mess. This report right here may leave Hawks fans salivating over the potential of getting a two-way combo type of a player. This guy that I'm about to talk about has been in multiple reports before the draft lottery and now after the draft lottery. And of course, you know I got you covered. Take off your shoes, leave on your socks, and we're going to get into the latest draft video now. And also, I'm going to introduce a segment as well called Tips Requests. And that's what I mean by that is I'm talking about a player that I request to be in. Somebody that's not in the report, just, sitting off the top of my head. Hopefully, you guys, can appreciate is that. But of course, take off your shoes, leave on your socks. We're going to get into this report right now. Thank you to everybody who is subscribed to Hawks Digest. Again, we are reaching new plateaus, new horizons, and thank you to each and every last one of you. We are over 1,500 subs. And, again, if you're not subscribed to Hawks Digest, it's free. Hit that subscribe button and become a part of a Hawks community that is steady growing. We give you all rumors, all facts. We discuss so many things here at Hawks Digest because that's what we do, and that's on the team that we care about, the Atlanta Hawks. So let's talk 13 and 22, shall we, guys? I think we shall. All right. You guys know this kid? He's been linked to plenty of reports to our Atlanta Hawks, man, including our own Brad Rowland over there at my goodness, Locked On Hawks. He also had dropped an article about this kid as well. Now, this guy is Jace Richardson. Now, he is the son of former slam dunk champion Jason Richardson. He's a McDonald All-American, played under Tom Izzo at Michigan State, and they're a defensive first type team. So he's going to come in and try to play some defense, but he's a combo guard. He's 6'3", 185. Now the thing about it is he is a fluent athlete. I feel like he's coordinated. Now he isn't the leaper that his father is, but I do believe he has quick, smooth movements. I agree with some of the things that Brad Rowland was even saying himself. I agree with some of the things that even Jeremy Woo, who is the reporter that's linking him recently to the Atlanta Hawks. Also, he has a great first step, balance, body control. As far as skill sets goes, I believe he has ball handling, upside for creativity. Being able to create his own shot and being able to play off ball. I believe he has good vision as far as in the pick and roll. He has a scoring package. Of course, he can play some defense. He's an engaged defender. He uses his lateral quickness and anticipation well on the perimeter as well. I'm not calling him a lockdown defender. I'm not saying that. I just said like he moves his feet and he has a potential to be upside. This guy is upside for me. Now against bigger guards right now, of course, being only 185, he could have some trouble against like bigger guards, and of course, guys being at the 2 or the 3, depending on if they getting switched off, he could have some trouble. But I will say, man, as far as like fitting next to the Hawks, or fitting with the Hawks, should I say, next to Trae Young, he could be a secondary ball handler, something like we've seen with Dyson Dames doing this year. He could be something like that, and takes more burden off of Trae. He can defend, it's a tough and opposing guard, it's like Dyson. So basically, it's like, so you would have two Dysons on the floor initially, but regardless, you would be helping Trae Young out if you're talking about if he's on the floor with Trae. Catch and shoot ability and IQ make him a plug and play type of a guard. Off ball, off ball, of course. But another thing too, I also feel like you don't have to bring him in day one. You can send him down to College Park, possibly, let him get his feet, and, bring him back up. Or if you want to, you could just, allow him to do what Zach did. Just not in the starting lineup. Bring him off the bench, let him get quality minutes off the bench, and bring him along slowly like you did Zach in the first part of the season last year as well. Now, something else you got to think about, it's a possibility, Maybe Trae could be on the move. We just don't know. But if it is, he would be on pace with the timeline with the rest of the guys that you have in Zaccharie Risacher, Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels. So he'll be all in around in that same mold and in that same build with them at the time as far as time frame. Honestly, like this is cool. This is like he's a good guard. I think as far as with the Hawks picking at 13, if they want to go that route, I believe they could. Again, as far as like he could fit in with the Hawks, he don't have to. He doesn't really need the ball like that to start out. So again, you can bring him along. But guys, I said also at number 22, we have another guy, and this is Mr. Thomas Sorber. Now he's 6'10", 255, freshman center out of Georgetown. And he emerged, so he had a good season, I believe. His strengths, he has an interior presence. Saying low post big man, so he has excellent footwork, I believe, as well. Nice touch around the rim from what I had seen as well. He averaged 14 points on 53% shooting. Rebounding and defense, he did pretty well on that. Had over 49 blocks. Averaged almost 9 rebounds a game, right? As far as basketball IQ goes, I would say he has his head on straight. I believe he understands the game. Doesn't try to do too much. One thing he would have to improve on, I believe, is definitely the three. Because as far as like stretching the floor, he has some liabilities. His movement, his lateral quickness is not all the way there. I can see him getting a little faster though. So of course getting under an NBA program, things could work out for the kid. Of course, he is from New Jersey. He's a former top 40 recruit. So he isn't no slouch, okay? He's got a nice size, NBA size frame, I think, with the broad shoulders, excellent core balance, all that good stuff like that. He's not really that twitchy, though. Interior footwork, like I said, and scoring, he has that. Rebounding and toughness, I believe he has that too because he's physical. He does play physical. Passing IQ, he's pretty decent as far as that goes. Now let's get into my real concern on why I probably wouldn't take him at 22. I'm nervous, y'all. He had a foot injury. He got surgery back in February, but I'm worried about his long-term durability, to be honest with you. And honestly, how many times have we took a guy that had an injury, coming off previous injuries, or just have injury history, period. This year, I would like to take a guy who has injuries, tagged to him. He has limited shooting range. Anywhere from the pick and pop area, I think he's good. Inside 10 feet, but you think about 15 feet from the basket, you think about shooting a three, that's not your guy. Also, you got to think about the pace. We run the floor a lot. You want to draft somebody that possibly, coming off of this foot injury, and I'm not saying he's going to be trash. I just want to get players who are healthy, and we can just go from there. No previous injury, no Carfax. You got to get the Carfax on some of these players, and the Carfax said that he's been injured and he's had surgery. So that's my take as far as that. But guys, I'm not done just yet. Hold on with me because I got one more. Tips, request picks. Remember at the beginning I said I was going to have a little something like this, and I want to just tell you guys about one player in particular that I am looking at. So here we go. Boom. Hassan Yang. I'm looking at Hassan Yang, guys. This guy right here, he is a 7-footer. Again, I'm not advocating for getting rid of Double O. I'm not saying that. I never said that. But what I am saying is this guy right here is 7'3", over 250. I said short wingspan, but maybe that will help him with his shooting. As you see with him with the ball in his hand right here, He is declaring for the NBA draft. Born in China, he's emerged. You know what I'm saying? He's been considered one of the best international center prospects for the 2025 draft. Also, just some accolades. He's a two-time CBA All-Star, two-time All CBA domestic first team, uh, CBA CBA Defensive Player of the Year, CBA Rookie of the Year, FIBA 18 Asia Cup All Tournament team. Man, this guy, he has some few accolades going on just to be so young, you know. But let me tell you just a little bit more about him. Now, he is 19. He is. So he's young. You possibly may want to bring him along. I'm not telling you to bring him in and try to plug him in as day one. But to have this guy behind Double O and to possibly could be your anchor by 2027, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, and by that time, he'll be at least about 21 going on 22. As long as he stay healthy, he'll be good to go. Let me tell you more about him. As far as his physical tools and presence or something like that, you know, I would definitely say massive frame. You know what I'm saying? Wingspan is cool. Conditioning, quick twitch reaction. You know, so I always get mixed up when I'm trying to do that. But anyway, he's still growing into his body because again, he's 19. So he's still growing. He reminds me of Zach as far as like a young kid who is still growing. So he has ways to improve. He can finish in the interior. He has nice touch around the rim because he can finish with either hand. He has soft, like I said, touch. You know, so he can catch lobs well as well. He can convert efficiency off the catch. Now, the reason why I sound so excited about this kid because I watched his tape for the first time yesterday, and I'm telling you guys, like the post play, it's there. He has a mature post game, drop steps, up fakes. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like a fundamental old school center. As far as like his shooting range, it's developing, okay? But 33% from three is not bad coming in because it's streaky, but it could be like better than Brook Lopez if he works on it in another, let's say about 3 to 5 years. Fair? All right, so as far as defense goes, because I know that's what everybody really cares about. Rim protection, yes. He averaged almost 3 blocks per game in the CBA, has good timing, stays vertical. This guy can pass. That's another intangible he has. Just look at his if I homework for you guys. Go check out Hassan Yang because his passing ability it's like almost like Yao Ming and Joker and the Jokic had a baby or something. It's for lack of a better term, like it's just like they some kind of way they just fused, almost like a fusion maybe in an anime, and that is him. Okay, this guy has so much upside, and right now we're still a month away from the draft, so his stock right now is not as high, and we possibly could get this guy at 22. But if his stock continues to rise just a little bit, you may have to take him at 13. Because if you don't, somebody else may. And it's been a few times that we have been looking for a big man, and then all of a sudden somebody takes him from us. So again, as far as rim protection, he can do that. He's mobile. He has IQ. He's pro ready. Low maintenance. That means, you know, so he's not a flashy player. He has a low maintenance personality, and he doesn't have injury history. That's what I meant by low maintenance. As far as he doesn't have any injury history, as far as his feet, his knees, his legs, anything like that. That would be you know what I'm saying, concerning. His coaches love him. They praise his work ethic, and discipline. I've been doing my homework on this kid, and I like it. His ceiling, honestly, he could be definitely a starting caliber center. I can see him starting eventually. Will it be for OO? We don't know. That's too soon to say right now, present day. But I like this kid. I'm excited about this kid. And honestly, that would be my tip request pick. I'm going Hassan Yang. I am. Almost forgot before I get up out of here. How would he pair with Trae Young or just the Hawks, period? Well, in the front court, think about him and Jalen Johnson. I'm just saying, like, that's some rim protection. And also, you know, I said as far as the half court, he's open to cutting off the lane for guys. You know, I said he's open to, you know, he won't be getting in the way. His passing will open up, honestly, lanes for guys, and all they have to do is just slash and get to the rim. He's so tall and he can see over everybody that he can just drop the ball right in the bucket wherever it needs to be. Now, as far as like a Kongwu, of course, him and Okongwu being on the floor at the same time, that would be something you have to work on because Okongwu is definitely playing the four, and you would have to say, I say Yang has the size and better passing, but Okongwu is more mobile and switchable, if that makes any sense. So you could potentially put them on there and possibly, you know what I'm saying, create yourself a big to big lineup, kind of like how people been doing with us. So you could have, you know, have that finally, and you'll be able to have Yang and Double O versus, you know what I'm saying, small ball units, or you just be able to have that big to big, kind of like Shingon and Steven Adams did against us, or like how the Magic did against us. You know, like different, we can be able to counter that. Again, he is 19. I only want to let you guys know that he is 19. So I'm not saying to come in and dominate on day one. I'm saying by 2027, this guy could be your guy. But guys, my bad. I didn't mean to just, you know, say carry on and on and on. But I feel like I had to give you guys my opinions. And again, you know, some facts of just looking at some scouting reports and watching film on these guys. Chase Richardson is a good draft pick. You know, I said the Hawks take him at 13. I can't be mad. Definitely development. But I also would say that's moving on from Kobe Buffkin. It would have to. It would have to be, for me at least. It would have to. But and also, you know, I'm saying again for Thomas Sober, I ain't gonna lie, the guy has a motor. The guy has some attitude. He can play ball. But I'm worried about those injuries concerns. And honestly, we've done that. Kongwu, JJ, just to be honest, I don't want to do that again. My pick is this kid right here, right next to me, Hassan Yang, if you're going to go with anybody. Well, so, guys, peace and blessings to you all. And I'll be right back at you guys with another draft video.